y'all.
Hey,
It's Savelli,
it's Ami.
and we're Melanin and Milk. We are back with another video for y'all. So today we have story time. We are going to talk about how we met.
Yeah. So before we start the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you guys watch our other videos as well.
Yes, please go watch our other videos, comment, let us know what you want to see on this channel. Also, go follow our other platforms, TikTok and Instagram. We do not have a Facebook. I keep saying that. We do not have a Facebook. So Instagram and TikTok. Go follow our other pages and support us in all platforms.
Go ahead.
All right. So today we're going to talk about how we met. So do you want me to start or do you want to start?
I think you're a good storyteller. Let's start.
Okay, so basically back in 2014, I was newly single and I was on Plenty of Fish, the dating apps. We met on a dating app.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen her bomb ass picture. And I was like, ooh, first of all, y'all, I thought she was a little Puerto Rican, Puerto Rican, or what was it I called you? A Puerto Rican poppy. That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
But she was not.
I was that poppy, but not that Puerto Rican.
Oh my God. So I was just a little disappointed. Because, people who can speak Spanish, that's a whole nother, that's another thing. Anyways, so I swiped on her page and I swiped on her profile or whatever, and I went to her page and she was tatted up. And I don't know if y'all seen any of Ami's tats, but she has tats from like her whole arms. Her whole arms are covered, basically.
Yeah, so let us know if you want us to do a tattoo body tour video.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And I can tell you all about my tattoos, and we can talk about Savelli's tattoos as well, because she got some too. And just let us know in the comments.
Not some. I got like 7 probably.
Yeah,
or something
7,
like that.
if not some, but you know.
Cause y'all, Ami is tatted, so she feels like just because I have a little bit. But y'all, my first tattoo was on my foot, so I'm pretty sure I'm an OG. But that's for another video. But if y'all want to see that video of us going through our tattoos and what they mean to us and why we got them, we'll definitely do that. So let us know if y'all are interested in that. But anyways, back to the story. Ami was tatted, and I was like, ugh. Ami had gauges. I was like, ugh. And she was a fine wine, y'all. I was like, ooh. Now, granted, in 2024, I was 25 and Ami was 23. Ami almost didn't make it, y'all. Yeah. Cause I was like, I'm not going that much lower. Like
almost real too young.
Yeah, like little about this. I was like, I guess let me talk to her and see where her head's at, and maybe I'll give her a chance. But I was just like, I don't know, because she's kind of young. Mm-hmm. Which, if you think about it, 23, nigga, 25 is young. Okay, like you're still a baby at 25. Oh God. Even if you're out here in life doing adults, you're still kind of a baby. I'm just saying. Yeah. I don't feel like I hit a real adulthood until I hit my 30s. I'm going to just be real with y'all. So we were babies. We were, like I said, I was 25. I was 23. I wrote her and I was like, I went through her page. I looked at everything. I saw she was bomb, y'all. I was like, oh, I gotta write her. So I wrote her, and we start talking. I think that was in October of 2020 or 2014.
Yeah.
And y'all, Ami, there was almost not about to be this. This was not about to happen. This was not about to be a relationship. There would have been no Melanin and Milk. Okay, let me tell y'all why. Because when I wrote Ami was on a trip with her family, right?
Yeah.
And weren't you here actually? Were you in Colorado?
Yeah, I was in Colorado. We went to we went to Iowa first, and then we went to Kansas City, Utah, Colorado, Nevada, and then we stopped. We were going to Cali, to Sacramento.
Oh yeah, and then you went back to Minnesota after Cali, right? Yeah. But when I wrote you, weren't you here? I think you were in Colorado.
Yeah.
You were here for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Which is crazy now, looking back. Mm-hmm. I think we were writing on the app for maybe a week.
Yeah.
And then we exchanged numbers. Mm-hmm. And why I say that there may not have been a Melanin and Milk is because this one, right? Because after we exchanged numbers, I was like y'all, I had the biggest crush on Ami. Now, granted, I was dating at the time. I was dating other people. I was single. Y'all, I had just got out of a 4-year relationship. And I'm not trying, I know my ex is probably watching this. I'm not, no tea, no shade. I'm not talking shit about my ex. Me and my ex are cool. Me and my ex are cool. Me and my ex are cool. I don't need no drama. Y'all hear this? Okay, y'all see this? Y'all hear what I'm saying? Let me actually. Me and my ex are cool. I don't need no drama. Okay. But yeah, it was a rough relationship. So I had just got out of that and was just like, okay, I'm gonna be single for a little bit until I find like the person that I like don't want to. Oh, I want to find the person that I don't want to make like the same thing or do the same thing and keep doing like, because I'm a monogamous relationship person.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't, or is it a serial relationship or whatever it's called? I go from like long-term relationship to long-term relationship, y'all. I don't do like, oh, we were dating for 6 months and shit like that. I'm just not the type of person. So majority of my relationships prior to Ami were like 4 years, 2 years, like long times. So at that time I was just like, I'm gonna just be single. I'm gonna get to know myself. I'm gonna like really like do some self work. And I'm gonna just have fun. So I was out here having fun, y'all. Is what I'm gonna say. But Ami was like my number one. Like I had the biggest crush on Ami. Like y'all, it was crazy. I was like, oh yeah, she's mine. And it's funny because Ami was so shy. Well, she would text, like we would text. I'm talking about like long. I'm not over exaggerating. I'm saying like long ass messages back and forth to each other, and we would text all day and all night. But when I tried to get on the phone, okay, and back then I was on Snapchat real heavy. When I tried to get on Snapchat with this one, it took weeks.
Yeah.
If not a month. Maybe a month it took. And I'm just like, yo, like, what are we doing? Like, why are you like I never had anybody take that long to like meet up in person. My ex literally we met on Downey Link, I believe. So if y'all know Downey Link,
yeah,
y'all some OG lesbians because I don't even think Downey Link is around anymore. And I met her on Downey Link, and we met like the day after next day. So I was not used to like this taking this long, you know? So I'm just like, okay, does she not really liking me? She telling me she do, but she don't want to see me. So I asked her, I'm like, what's going on? Like, why is it taking so long to like at least snap me? Can you show me? Y'all, and it never crossed my mind ever that Ami could have been a catfish. But Ami could have really been catfishing me, y'all. And I would have just been for real. And I would have just been over here just in the clouds, like, I would have been the person on catfish, like, we've been talking for 7 years. And we never faced like it was literally like that. But thank God she wasn't catfishing me, because I would have been hot. But no, Ami was not catfishing me. Finally, I think after like a month, Ami Snapchatted me. So like she snapped me. And because she told me, she's like, I'm shy, and do you want to tell them why you didn't want to talk to me?
I'm
not
really fond of my voice, so I was just like subconscious about it. So I was just like, if I'm subconscious about it and don't like it, maybe they'll be like, oh, this voice, this, might, be like an off, because it's different when you like talk to somebody in person, you talk to them on the phone, like it's different. So I was just so nervous about that. So I was just like, I don't know if I want to like have conversations, because my voice may ruin it, because you might be like, what the hell is wrong with this person, like why does she sound like that, and then like when we do meet, like maybe it's not the same energy and it's the same connection that we feel. But
please believe, if that would have been a problem, you wouldn't have met me. Okay, there would have been no meat. Yes. There would have been no energy to exchange, because you wouldn't have met me. Okay. But yeah, and I was just like, okay. After I heard their voice, I'm like, what's the problem? Like, what's up? Like, what? We can keep doing this. I don't know what you're talking about. And the thing is like, I get why Ami is self-conscious, because some people just have different self-consciousness about their bodies and their voices and stuff, and I get that. But I was just like, girl, I have talked to people that sound not worse than you, but like have actual like different types of voices. So like, I guess I was just like, you're tripping. And then from there, after we finally had a conversation and snapped, we decided we kept snapping, I think, right? We kept snapping, and we were talking, and we got on the phone, I think.
Yeah, we got on the phone. We used to not FaceTime, but like
Snapchat call.
Yeah, Snapchat call. And then we planned on one of my days off because I had worked 3 jobs at that time.
Yeah, she did work 3 jobs.
So my only days off really were on Saturdays, and then on Tuesdays it was like I think I only worked 1 job, so it was really easy for me to hang out. So I was like, we can just hang out on a Tuesday. And
you want to tell them what happened to that Tuesday?
So I ended up. I said, I wanted to take my nephews to hang out, and I think there was a specific event I was going to take them to, and then my nephews ended up getting sick the day that we were supposed to hang out.
I think you said it was like a not the circus, but it was like when they come into the like a Disney,
yeah, it was like
something
like a Disney,
on ice or something like
yeah,
that, because it was winter time.
Yeah, and one of my nephews ended up being sick, and then I didn't end up rescheduling or saying anything. And then I think maybe a week later on the weekend, we were like, I think it was on the weekend, right?
No, wait, you're missing a whole part. So she canceled. So she canceled, or she told me no, because remember we planned it because we were like, oh well, I want to go see them on this Tuesday. So, but after, like, I'll hang out with you or whatever. Y'all, this one didn't even tell me that her nephews are like ended up canceling. Her sister ended up canceling her, and she just was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just take them, and maybe we can get together on another day or something like that." So she canceled on me. So she stood me up basically, and she didn't even tell me until like later on, where I was like getting ready to get dressed, and then she told me, and I'm like, "Okay, all right. Do you? Oh, okay. I'm putting a lot of, all right. It's okay, because y'all, I'm telling y'all, like, I had such a crush on Ami. Like, Ami could have probably never seen me, or like put off dates. And I would have been like, okay, because I was just so like, I was getting antsy, like, oh, I want to finally meet you, and I want to like hang out and like be in person, because I liked her so much at the time. But like, I was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna be patient because I want you. Like, like I was thirsty and not thirsty at the same time. And then like we would talk while I was at work or on my break. We would talk on the phone. We would text while I'm at work. At that time, I used to work at a call center, U.S. Bank, for your Minnesotans, downtown St. Paul. I used to work at the U.S. Bank call center down there. And during my breaks, we would talk, and I would have my phone at my desk while I was on the phone and be texting and stuff. So we would talk all day long. Like, we were basically talking all the time. Right. And I think, so after that happened, we decided to get together on a Saturday because she was like, let me just do it on a day I have no work. And then I was like, okay, great. Ooh, excuse me. And I had to work, but I didn't have to. So Saturday was like my Fridays. So I was like, that's perfect. And I could just kind of hang out with you until I go back to work. So I came over. So this is December 20th now. I came over super late at night, y'all, like 11. I was supposed to get there at like 10, but I had missed my bus. So, okay, and let me add this too. Neither of us had cars. We both were bus hopping or on a train. Like, we were not on a light rail. We were not driving. So that is another reason why I made it hard too. Ami didn't even have Ami's license at that time. You just had your permit. Yeah. And I had my license. Oh, I didn't have my license, y'all. My license was suspended, actually. It was actually not even suspended, y'all. It was revoked. That's a whole nother video. But yeah, y'all, I had a revoked license. So I wasn't driving, and I was just on a bus. So I took the bus, y'all, to her. It was like 11 o'clock. Now, get this, okay? And anybody who knows St. Paul and Minneapolis will know what I'm saying when I'm saying this. But for y'all who don't know what I'm talking about, let me just give y'all an example, okay? So I was so nervous. Ami was like, I can meet you at the bus stop, right? And I was like, well, you said it's 3 blocks. So no, it's okay. I could just walk them 3 blocks or whatever. I had my spend a night bag, y'all, with me and everything, okay? I had my bag for work, my spend a night bag, and I think that was it. Now, granted, at this time in Minnesota, it is dead in the wintertime. This is December. It's cold as fuck, y'all. It is cold. It is snowy. It is icy. All the things. It's dark as fuck. All these things. So just remember this when I'm telling y'all the story, okay? So She's like, "Oh, I can meet you at the bus stop." I'm like, "No, I'm nervous, right? I'm like, I'm finally getting to meet. I mean, like, oh my god, like I'm so excited. I'm hella nervous." So I was like, "No, I'll just meet you at your house. You said it's only 3 blocks, right? So it's fine. I'll just walk the 3 blocks and I'll meet you." Yo, when she said 3 blocks, I thought she meant like 3 regular blocks. So from St. No, it's from St. Paul, where I'm from. So St. Paul, okay, where I grew up, I was the house next to the corner. Okay, I can stand outside my house and see the end of the block. I can see the end of that block across the street. I can see the end of the block. I can look down and see the end of the block, right? And even fuck around and see the next block that's starting. That's a block, okay? When I started walking, it was about 7, 8 real blocks, y'all.
No.
I'm talking about the blocks where I couldn't see the end until I got into like the half of the block. She had me walking like a mile. Y'all, I'm talking about these 3 blocks. Y'all, that walk at nighttime, y'all, I'm on Chicago and Lake in Minneapolis at fucking 11 p.m. by myself. If y'all don't know, listen, let me just say, for people who don't know Minnesota, it's the hood, okay? I should, nor should any other person, be walking by themselves at nighttime in that area, okay? And I get it, because she lived over there. She used to that, right? Cool, she cool. I was not. I'm from St. Paul. I'm like, am I still walking? I'm like, no, you can't. I'm like, you're at the end of this block, right? No, that's not. Y'all, the blocks were like 3 regular city blocks. 3 regular. So the block that I can look down on, it was 3 of them for 1 block. Okay? I don't care what Ami's saying. It was a long ass walk, okay?
She's being dramatic right now.
It was at least, at minimum, like a 10, 15-minute walk, especially in the cold. I got all this shit. Y'all, I'm surprised I didn't get robbed. You can't say that it ain't bad over where we used to live.
I mean, yes, it was bad.
That's why you offered to come meet me.
It also is right next to a hospital, so there's security rolling through all the time.
I didn't see no goddamn security, okay? I saw crackheads and
I mean, that's
prostitutes and all types of things, okay? I saw things I shouldn't have saw, okay, on that walk.
Maybe that's a possibility.
Yeah, damn sure I had to speed walk some of it. I'm like, oh, let me make sure ain't nobody behind me. And then you walk across a bridge.
Yeah, you walk fast.
Y'all, okay. That's true. We gonna. I digress. But basically, I was pissed. I was like saucy, okay, when I got over there, because I was just like, you didn't tell me. I'm like at the door, worn out. Now, if anybody is from somewhere that's cold, you know when you're walking in a cold and it's cold outside, you're sweating on the inside because you're hot. Mm-hmm. I didn't really, honestly, I didn't have on what I should have had on. I didn't have like proper like snow boots or snowshoes. I had some fucking workout shoes on, y'all. Mm-hmm. Or I had some fake little, I had like the Walmart Uggs. That's what it was. I had the Walmart Uggs where it ain't got no bottom on it. It's just there. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, so I was not prepared. I didn't have a coat. I still don't have a coat, which I need to get, but it's different in Colorado. But still, I didn't have a proper coat. I just had like, I was just layered up, y'all. I had thermals under me and all that stuff. So I wasn't really properly dressed for outside, but I was sweating. So when I got there, you know, you usually trying to be all nice, like, oh, hi. I was like, hi. And she like, so we're standing at the door. Now, granted, I just walked 3 miles, okay? And she's just standing there looking at me like, hi, I'm happy you got here. Like, are you good? And I'm like, yeah. And we're standing there and I'm like, are you gonna let me in? Like, I had to ask her because why are we standing in this door? I just walked from fucking 3 miles, okay? I'm ready to sit down.
Apparently we were both nervous.
Yes, we were both apparently nervous. So Ami was nervous. That's why she didn't pay attention to letting me into the building. Okay, this wasn't even at her door. This was inside the building. Okay,
she was like,
"Yeah, I was like, can we go? Yeah, I was like, can we go now? Can we proceed to go into your actual apartment, or are we having the date right here?" So I was a little spicy. And then Ami's favorite part. So when I got into the apartment, I finally put everything down. I calmed down. And Ami, you can tell the rest because you love this. This is your favorite subject to talk about.
So she was She was really nervous. She had like this the whole time. And,
yeah, she had these 2 chairs, or like not chairs, but what are they called?
I mean,
like couches, but like the individual seat, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it's just a couch, but it's a seat. I don't know what it's called. I don't know why I'm blanking, y'all. But basically, a seat. Okay, it was a couch, but it was in the seat. She had 2 of those and the table in between them. So she's sitting over here, and I'm like sitting over here. Now again, I told y'all this whole time I have the biggest crush on this girl. Like I'm like super immersed in her. I'm just like, oh my god, like I have a crush. So I am not a person to be quiet. As y'all can tell, I mean, y'all probably can tell in these videos that I'm crazy as hell. I'm crazy as hell, y'all. So like, for me to be quiet and silent is rare. So Ami loves to talk shit about me, or not talk shit, but she just loves to talk about this part.
She was really nervous. Like I don't think no. Let's say this. I have never seen her that nervous since that day. Like absolutely.
Why? At that point, you got me. What am I nervous for?
Right. Exactly.
So yeah, y'all, I was super nervous. I was, like I said, this was like the woman of my dreams. Like think about if you like, excuse me, anticipating meeting the person of your dreams. Like, oh my god, like this is like everything. Like that's how it was. Watched Jackass. I don't know, the Jackass. Most randomest thing. Because I was nervous, so she was like, "What do you want to watch?" Because we were watching Netflix, and I was like, "I don't know, whatever. I guess you could put on whatever." And not for nothing, I love Jackass. Like that was my shit. I love me a good laugh, and them niggas be doing crazy shit. So I was just like, I guess like maybe this will open me up. I'll laugh, whatever. We ended up watching Jackass, and what else did we do? We talked for a little bit, and then did some adult things after that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't think I have to go into more detail than that. So I just had a brain malfunction. I spent the night. And Ami had to go to work the next day, like literally at 5 a.m. in the morning. She had to be at the Mall of America. Because you were working Sears?
Yeah.
At that time? She left me in the house by myself, y'all, early. So I didn't get up until later. And then Ami didn't get much sleep that night. We both really didn't get much sleep that night, really. And you had to be at work at 5. So you still went to work. And y'all, she left me in her empty ass house. Not empty ass house, but I'm saying like she left me by myself in her house. So I was exploring the fuck. I was like figuring out like, is she a serial killer? This is the thing. Ami kept joking while we were talking. She's like, "Oh, I have skeletons in my closet." Ha ha ha. Like I don't know what this joke was about. Do you remember that? You remember that when I just said that? Yeah. Okay, this is weird, but okay, I'm gonna go with it. So the first thing I did was go in the closet, my nigga, to make sure she ain't talking about no real skeleton, because I need to get the fuck up out of here. I just went in her closet and looked at her clothes. I went through like the cabinets and stuff. I called my mom, and I told my mom about. I think I had already told my mom about the breakup prior to this. I was telling my mom like I met somebody new and all this stuff. And then I was chilling, y'all. After that, after I snooped, I was chilling. I was watching Rent all day. Not all day, but I was watching Rent, and then I watched something else. I can't remember. I think it was just Rent, really. And then you came home by that time.
Yeah.
And then before we decided to like be a couple, we had a long conversation. Like, this is our fears. This is what we don't want to do in this relationship. This is what we want out of it. Like, we had a long conversation about what we were looking for. Going kind of, if we're going to do this, like, seriously, moving forward. And that was December 21st of 2024. And we said, it was like 2:00, and we were like, yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to be together. Yeah. Cause I was like, we can still date if you want to. Like, at that point, maybe like 2 weeks prior to that, you were like, hey, I just want to exclusively date you. I don't want you to, because I had told her, like, until you tell me you're serious, like, I'm still talking to other people. Not that any of those other people were serious, because they weren't. They honestly, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, y'all. I'm just telling y'all where I was at this time. They honestly were like a time thing. Like, oh, I'm bored, let me go hang out with somebody. Or I want to do this and go hang out with somebody. Like, that's all I cared about. So I wasn't like building a relationship with these people. I wasn't like getting courted or courting these people. It was really just like
entertainment.
Basically, you know, I have my little hoe phase. You know, everybody has that when they're single for a little bit. I wasn't the hoe. Anyways, we won't go there, y'all, because I said I'm not going to talk about them like that. But yeah, so I was dating other people. So I think 2 weeks prior to this, Ami was like, I mean, you cut everybody off. And I was quick. I said, when you tell me, I'm going to cut them off. And she texted me and was like, you're still talking to people? I'm like, yeah, I told you that. She's like, okay, well, you cannot talk to anybody else no more. I'm like, okay, great. I mean, she didn't say like, you can't. She was just like, hey, like, yeah, but let's do this. Let's be exclusive. I was like, cool. And I cut them all off. Were they mad? They were. Did I care? I didn't.
He was mad. Real mad.
Yeah, because I'd be still hitting my phone like, listen. And this is the thing. I'm a very upfront person with everybody. I'm not gonna lead anybody on. I'm not gonna sit here and act like this is something else. So all these people that I was talking to were not, they knew what it was. Like they didn't expect us to build something. So I'm just like, this isn't that. I'm dating, I'm single, I'm just dating around. Honestly, I wasn't even looking to get into another relationship. Like I really was just enjoying being single, and I was interested in getting to know people, but not in that type of space. I wasn't even ready, I guess, at the time. Before I met Ami, I wasn't really ready to deal with anybody. I was that stereotypical lesbian. Again, I'm gonna say this. I don't need no smoke. So I ain't coming for you, so don't come for me, y'all. I don't got time for y'all to be starting no messiness. Me and my ex are cool. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know that. Me and my ex are cool. We are cool. We are friends. We're good. All right? This is just a part of the story. All right. We were the stereotypical lesbians, and my ex still had her clothes at my house. Like during our relationship, well, me and y'all, if y'all hear that, our dog is sleeping. Crumbles. Yeah. Shut your ass up. The hell? We filming over here. No, stay over there. My ex still had all of her clothes, every single thing in my apartment, in my 1-bedroom apartment at the time. Because we had an apartment together. We had a 2-bedroom apartment in the same complex. Me and my ex. It was me, my ex, her sister, and her mother all living together. And then we broke up and we decided to go separate ways. So I got a 1-bedroom apartment. My ex was still living, like she still stayed with me and lived with me, but she was never there. All her stuff was just in my house, and she had moved on and everything. So it wasn't like that type of situation, but she was still living in my house. At the time that me and Ami like met and started to date, I was still by myself. So I still had just my own apartment. Now, did I ever go back to my apartment? No, because as y'all know, as queer people and lesbians, once you hang on, you usually hang on. There's not much separating. So I was at Ami's house all of the time. And then in between that time, my ex and her sister and her mother had came back to live in my apartment. And then, yeah, I had told Ami had met my ex and everything, and all of that went down perfectly fine. It was not like that type of stereotypical relationship where me and my ex were kind of go back and forth together, and I'm still trying. Like it wasn't that. It was just that we were still cohabitating together, basically. So me and Ami, Ami had her own place, like I said. Ami had, you weren't, how was the last time you were dating before you met me? You were single for how long?
At least 7 months. It's been.
Oh, because you told me a year.
I mean, it was close to a year.
I'm just joking.
I mean,
I don't care.
I'm trying to do my math fast, so that's why I'm like,
no, but yeah, it was a long time. Ami was single for a long time, and I was just like, I don't know how. Because y'all, this sexy fine wine over here. I was really like very surprised. Well, Ami said people were in her inbox, but it wasn't the people she wanted in her inbox.
No, not at all.
I was it wasn't really like complicated. Ami never felt no type of way when it came to my ex living with me or nothing. She was just trying to make sure like y'all aren't like that. And me and my ex had been, even when we were living back in our 2-bedroom, we had really been not together. And we were kind of just playing the, like, you know, like not even really playing the part, like not even for real. Like we were just cohabitating at that time. And then me and Ami, so I still had my apartment. Ami had her apartment, but I was always at Ami's apartment because my apartment was being lived in at the time. And then I think like March or maybe May. I know it was more springtime. Maybe March
definitely in the spring.
Is when I got my apartment back. I guess to say you can kind of say that way. So I went back to my apartment, and then Ami was still at Ami's apartment, so we would go back and forth. And then I just left my apartment because I just couldn't. Let's just say I couldn't stay there anymore. The living conditions were not up to par. Let's just say. And I'm not trying to, like I said, I'm not trying to bash my ex or anything. And I don't even want to. That's not even a story time that y'all need to hear about because we are not in the same spots. I don't have no harsh feelings. I don't feel bad about nothing. I don't like I said, me and my ex are cool, but I just couldn't live in the house anymore. Let's just say that, or in the apartment anymore. After they had left. So we were kind of there, but not really. And then we got our apartment in the same building, just upstairs from your apartment. Yeah. So yeah, so that's kind of how we met. We met on, like I said, the dating website. After we met and we were like, oh, we're gonna be together. We basically, and I say basically, been together ever since. When I'm saying that, I mean like every day, like literally, like 24 hours a day. I stopped going to work, like because I was in Minneapolis all the time, and my job was all the way downtown St. Paul. So at that time, it was so hard for me to get there. It was like 2 buses, I think, to get down to my job. Yeah, maybe 1. Regardless, y'all, I wasn't trying to go. I was trying to spend all my time on me. And we've been together literally ever since. I think we've been together. So it'll be 10 years this year in December. Yep. And I believe we've maybe spent
probably a week
weekend. Yeah, I was gonna say a week, maybe a week and a half. Like to get just not together. Like we have spent a week and a half not together in our whole 10-year relationship. Yeah. And that's just like, I mean, going on different trips or like having to leave. When we moved here, Ami has had to go back to Minnesota a couple times. We've literally been ride or die by each other's side, like together 24 hours. Like, and a lot of our jobs were work from home too. So if we weren't at work, we were together basically. Yeah. That's so funny because during the pandemic, everybody was tripping about being together all the time with their significant other, and we were like, this is all the time for us. Okay. So it was nothing. Like the pandemic didn't do anything really for our relationship. I feel like if anything, it brought us closer. We went through a lot of like different up and downs with like not outside of our relationship. But yeah, we've been rocking since 2024 and 2024 since 2014. Yes. And been together, and we've been growing and building, and we're on our family building journey now. So that's how we met, y'all. Yeah. Shout out to Plenty of Fish. And it's so funny. So many other couples have met on Plenty of Fish. Please, in the comments below, tell us if you've met on Plenty of Fish or what dating site you maybe met your significant other on. And we definitely want to hear how y'all met y'all significant other. So let us know in the comments. We appreciate y'all. Again, please like, comment, subscribe. Go support us on our other platforms. Y'all will get more videos like this. We'll do more story times. We're going to have like more vlogs. And it's like I said, it's not just about IVF. Y'all come join our little crazy life and our journey and come jump on this wild ride with us. So if y'all want to know anything about like our first date, y'all, that was funny. That's a very funny story. If y'all want to know our first date, the first time Ami met my mom, there's so many different stories that we can talk about if y'all are interested. Ami grew up a Jehovah's Witness, y'all. So if y'all want some Ami make some videos about that, would be good. We'll definitely do that. But that's why I say when Ami met my mom, because I haven't met Ami's parents. We've been together for 10 years. About to be this year, and I've never met Ami's parents. Well, I've met her dad accidentally. And it wasn't even really met. Like I opened the door and my G was there. And I'm just like,
hello.
Okay, what do I do? I've never met Ami's mom. I don't know if that's a thank God or not, y'all, because again, that's a whole nother video. But yeah, y'all. So we got a lot of story times we can do. So let us know if y'all are interested in it, if y'all like this video. I used to have to hide from Anna's mom.
Yes.
In closets and go out and all type of shit, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we got stories for days. So let us know if you want to hear any more. If you like this story time, again, like, comment, and subscribe. Yes. Go follow us on our other channels, and we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. For all the new followers, thank you. And yes. All of our OGs, we appreciate y'all for hanging in here with us. We will see y'all soon. See y'all in the next video. Bye.